Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, Logan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's pulled in at the 32. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 35, here's the 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now 3rd down and very long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, Logan. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Logan. And he comes back with one complete.
He's got room to roam.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bishop, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The RPO, he completes it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
To the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Point after here coming up. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Back to throw. Logan.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Up the middle they go. Boom. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what
Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Vikings nothing.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st down coming up. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best
best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. He'll get 17 back there, but he'll still lead to a 4th down. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Vikings have 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Logan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bishop. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Bishop. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Logan. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Logan. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 8 yards out, and the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes...
And that's caught inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to throw again. As he throws there, incomplete.
I feel like my man momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. With his 2nd
touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Logan escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. To try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Operating from the gun.
Logan.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Operating from the gun, Logan.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Back to throw, Logan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more.
And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Throwing to start the drive. Logan. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
2nd and 5.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bishop. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Looking to throw. Logan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This now a 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Logan.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On 1st down, Booth. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Watts. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this to the 32.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 8. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Logan. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now they'll change things up. Back to throw. Logan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
From the gun on third down, Logan. That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. 21 yards there on third down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, Logan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Up the middle they go. Boom. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the